The NOK culture thrived in southern West Africa, specifically in modern Nigeria, during the Iron Age from the 5th century BCE to the 2nd century CE. Known for its unique terracotta sculptures of human heads and figures, NOK was the first culture in West Africa to create such art, and possibly the first in sub-Saharan Africa to master iron-smelting technology. Situated east of the Niger River and north of the Benue River in present-day northern and central Nigeria, the NOK culture takes its name from the town where its initial artifacts were unearthed. These artifacts, mostly fragmented sculptures, were found buried beneath approximately 8 meters of sand and earth, revealed during local tin mining operations in the first half of the 20th century CE. Iron-smelting technology played a crucial role in the prosperity of the NOK culture, enabling the production of iron tools. This culture presents the earliest evidence of iron-smelting technology in sub-Saharan Africa, which may have been influenced by Carthage to the north, or possibly originated from Nubia in the east. However, the exact origins remain uncertain, with little evidence supporting any particular theory. Regardless of its source, this technology allowed the NOK culture to advance directly from the Stone Age to the Iron Age, bypassing the Bronze Age stage typical of other regions' development. At Taruga, approximately 55 kilometers southeast of Abuja, researchers uncovered remnants of around 13 iron-smelting furnaces. These furnaces played a crucial role in agricultural advancement, as durable iron tools like hoes, hand axes, and cleavers were utilized to enhance farming efficiency. NOK farmers cultivated cereals such as sorghum and various vegetables, including pumpkins, which were depicted in terracotta sculptures. Excavations at Taruga unveiled the oldest known NOK culture settlement, inhabited between the 4th and 2nd centuries BCE, as indicated by radiocarbon dating of charcoal found within the iron furnaces. Despite the introduction of iron technology, stone tools remained in use, particularly for larger tasks, indicating the scarcity of metal. NOK housing typically consisted of wattle and daub huts, although many were constructed atop a stone ring foundation, which has endured over time. Ongoing archaeological efforts in the 21st century are expanding our understanding of the NOK culture's timeline, potentially pushing its origins back to as early as 900 BCE. The NOK culture expanded across central Nigeria, potentially spanning an area of about 78,000 square kilometers, 30,000 square miles, roughly equivalent to the size of Portugal. Despite this widespread influence, there were regional variations in the types of tools and pottery crafted at different NOK sites. Discoveries of iron arrowheads and spearheads suggest that conflicts were not uncommon among the NOK people and neighboring tribes. The reasons behind the decline of the NOK culture around 200 CE remain unclear, although a significant decrease in pottery production serves as evidence. Possible factors contributing to this decline include the overexploitation of natural resources, adverse climate changes, internal conflicts, the emergence of rival kingdoms, or a combination of these factors. In terms of artistic expression, the NOK culture is renowned for its terracotta sculptures depicting human heads and figures, along with representations of animals. These sculptures, crafted in terracotta, represent the earliest known examples of such artwork in sub-Saharan Africa. Many of these terracotta heads were originally part of larger figures, although often only the heads have survived intact. Unfortunately, most terracotta artifacts were found damaged and displaced by water, making it challenging to determine their original context. When hollow terracotta figures undergo firing in a kiln, the buildup of gases and water vapor within them can lead to cracks or even complete shattering. To address this issue, NOK potters ingeniously incorporated vent holes into their figures, blending functionality with artistic flair. Apertures resembling natural features such as eyes, mouth, nostrils, and ear holes were strategically placed, preserving the overall aesthetic integrity of the figure. In contrast, smaller figurines were crafted as solid pieces. Figures were intricately carved to define features and adornments, often during the stage when the clay had begun to harden, but before firing. Many full figures were depicted seated or standing on bases resembling inverted pots. A common pose featured a seated figure with one arm resting on a raised knee, reminiscent of Auguste Rodin's iconic The Thinker sculpture. While some figures were depicted wielding weapons, most likely symbolizing participants in rituals, they were often adorned with distinctive clothing and elaborate beaded jewelry, suggesting ceremonial significance rather than everyday attire. Male figures typically sported short, square beards and unique mustaches growing only at the corners of the mouth. Additionally, a variety of hybrid figures existed, blending human and animal characteristics imaginatively, such as humans with bird-like beaks, tails, and legs, or elephant-headed beings with human-like eyes and foreheads. NOK pottery vessels included shallow bowls with flat bottoms, often adorned on the interior with deeply scored lines, possibly serving a functional purpose as graters. Chemical analysis of the clay used in NOK pottery revealed a consistent source across all pieces, suggesting centralized production possibly under royal authority. The impact of NOK art, along with its broader cultural influence, likely resonated with later societies in the forested areas along the Niger River, notably Igbo-Ukwu, flourishing in the 9th century CE, and Ife, thriving from the 11th to the 15th century CE. The discovery of NOK culture's exquisite artworks served as a significant precedent, dispelling any doubts about the indigenous origins of later African artistic expressions. As archaeological research gradually expands our understanding and extends the timelines of key West African cultures, the tentative connections between them may become more firmly established.